Hey, what's up, you guys? So, I had to come on here really quick because I just got through watching the Zeus Network's episode with Masika and Hazel the conversation episode, and I have a lot to say. I have a lot of thoughts. It was a lot going on. I was debating on if I should make a video reacting to this, and I decided to go ahead and do it because I'm a big fan of Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood. I watched Hollywood from the first season, first episode, all the way up until now. So I know their whole history. So this was, I never thought that I would see them actually sit down together again, considering what all they've been through, but hey, I guess it had to happen, and why not do it now? So let's get started. First things first, I totally forgot that Masika actually did get on Love and Hip Hop Hollywood because of Young Berg, and I forgot that Young Berg was dealing with Hazel at the time, literally on the first season. So that's some information that I even forgot about. That was years ago, so long ago. And I found it funny how Hazel was calling Young Berg fun size when you let him smash, though. He smashed, right? He smashed both of y'all. How you gonna talk mess about him and he still smashed? It don't work like that, girl. But besides that point, and then she mentioned something about a record. She said something about Masika and him stole one of her records. I don't recall that. What record did Masika and him steal from her? I don't even know what she was talking about. And I just want to say that I used to like Hazel a lot before her season on Love and Hip Hop. I did like her. I did feel like she was the underdog, but her comment about the brown paper bag test, how she kind of threw shade at darker skinned women because of she basically mentioned the brown paper bag test, which was a test to prove if you were lighter than a brown paper bag, that means you were smarter, you were better, stuff like that. And she brought that up a long time ago on social media, and she got dragged for it. She got canceled for it. So then that kind of rubbed me the wrong way as well. So ever since then, I was kind of over Hazel. Same thing with Masika. I used to like Masika as well, but lately her attitude has been different. The way she's acting on social media now, it's kind of ew, I don't really vibe with her anymore. I feel especially with the whole faking the kidnapping thing she did last week, that was a no-go. That was low, even for her. That was low. I would have never thought she would do that just to promote her OnlyFans. Girl, where's your head at? Nobody told you not to do that? Weird. That rubbed me the wrong way, as it did a lot of people. But overall, I do like Hazel more than Masika. I still do. And after this episode that I just seen, Hazel is, I wouldn't say better, but Hazel does carry herself better than Masika does, for sure. Overall, I don't really see the need for them to have a conversation anymore, considering that their beef happened years ago. It was so long ago. I forgot they even still had an issue. I knew they didn't like each other, but I wasn't aware of all these jabs that were thrown on social media lately between them. I haven't seen anything about them beefing for a long time. So I don't really see the need for the combo, but I guess it's good for ratings. So let's get to the part where they sit down. So I just want to say this. Before they sit down, Ray J comes in and talks to each girl. And off bat, Masika's already reading. She's like, go be happy with your girlfriend. She was talking about Hazel and her husband. But she's calling him her girlfriend. I'm just like, Masika, come on. You're still reading Hazel. Y'all haven't even sat down yet. at least give her a chance. And this is when I knew then that Masika wasn't there to reconcile or fix the situation with Hazel. It seemed like she was there just to fight anyway, and which is what she gave us. She wasn't there to fix anything. And I think it's kind of sad because she's, you would think she would be on some grown woman type shit to where she's like, okay, let me just dead the issue and we can move on with our lives. But she's still on that childish. It's very childish to me. Overall, the looks. Okay, let's get to the looks. Masika's dress is cute. I do think it was a little short though. I don't feel like the shortness of the dress suits her well. I feel like it would have been cuter with a longer type maxi dress. I think that's what it's called, maxi, or some like the longer dress on her. That would have been cuter than that short dress. It just doesn't look good to me. The link doesn't look good to me, but the overall dress, the hair was cute. Hazel E's hair I did like. I thought it was cute, the little ponytail. Not her dress though. Not really feeling the dress. Considering that she is postpartum, I don't want to make comments on her body too much, but I do feel like she could have went with something else. I don't know, but it just wasn't flattering to me. But I will say the matching glove set was cute. Like, those gloves are really cute on her. Also, before they sat down, I forgot that Ray J actually smashed Hazel E. I was like, wait a minute. When Masika was like, oh, do you regret smashing her because she's so ugly? I was like, when did they smash? I do not remember this at all. Like, this must have been before Love and Hip Hop then. I don't know, but I don't remember them smashing. That was a little shock to me. So let's get to the part where they actually sit down. Now, Hazel's sitting down first, and then Masika walks in and sits down. Let me tell you, the awkwardness in that scene alone was like, the tension was so thick. Like, you could just feel it. Like, it was really bad. Like, the awkwardness, the tension, it was too much. The way Masika came in, you can tell she wasn't there to really fix anything. She was there to start drama. And Hazel E starts off by stating her side, talking and asking basically what the issue Masika has with her. Basically, she wants to. It seemed like Hazel had good intentions for sure. Like, Hazel was actually trying with her, but Masika made it go left. Masika was the one that, after Hazel stated her statement and went quiet, Masika was the one with the pregnancy shade. She was like, oh, how far along are you? Knowing dang well the girl is not pregnant anymore. She just had her baby 8 weeks ago. And she just kept throwing the pregnancy shade at her, the body shaming. Like, it's wrong, period. Like, even though you may not like the girl, do you really have to comment on her looks that much? Like, that bad? Like, just beating her down about her belly and about how she looks. Like, she is where the conversation went bad. And I do feel like she was wrong. Like, you can't, the girl just had a baby. I never had a baby. I don't have kids, so I can't even imagine how her body must feel right now. And for her to just throw that in her face, you're another woman. You should at least have enough common decency as a woman, to not bring that up. But Masika's just, I don't know, her attitude was just trash. It was just trash. And she just sits on this high ass horse, and it's like she feels like she's just above everybody and nobody can come for her, and she's just, so much better than Hazel. And I don't know why. Masika is a pretty girl. Don't get me wrong. Hazel is pretty too. They're both pretty. Now, who looks better? I would say Masika, but she's not the prettiest. She's not the baddest. Her body's not the most snatched. So she needs to just come off her high horse a little bit, because it's a lot of females that are way better than Masika in this game, on this, you know, in reality TV world. And I don't know. It's just it's not a good look for her. I feel like one day she's gonna be humbled publicly, and it's gonna be to the point where she finally gonna realize, you know, maybe I need to come down off this high horse a little bit, because you're not the baddest girl. And I just hate how Masika can throw all this shade at Hazel and at everybody else, but she can't take it. Like, she's throwing shade at Hazel about her pregnancy weight and her, just all this shade. But as soon as Hazel E said one thing about her motherhood, she's like ready to throw hands. Like, girl, you could throw, but you can't take it. How are you the clapback queen, but the clapback queen can't take a jab? Like, girl, please. But I do want to get into her reads, because they had me rolling. Like, her reads are like no other. Like, I've never seen a person read someone this bad in a long time. She was saying how Hazel E had black balls under her dress. I was like, oh my god. And then she was making fun of the fact that Hazel E can't get up and run towards her. She was like, I can lay on the floor and roll towards you and still whip your ass. I was like, oh my god. Like, and then the last one that got me, when she was like, now that you're a father, I was like, she just called this lady a father. Lord Jesus, help me. Like, I didn't want to laugh, but dang, like, how can you not? Masika is funny. Like, it's funny, but at the end of the day, it's still hurtful. It's still hurtful, and she knows where to hurt people up. She's good at that. She's just undefeated. She's undefeated with the shade, period. But yeah, it's like, Masika, you can throw all these jabs, but as soon as Hazel says one thing about you, you're ready to fight. Like, how does that work? But overall, I feel like Hazel E did keep it classy, even after Masika basically threw glass at her. Like, girl, what? What if it would have cut her face? Like, you would have been in jail over what? An argument? Come on now. Even after all that, Hazel E did keep it classy. Like, she didn't turn up once. I mean, maybe she, you know, is still recovering from giving birth, but she didn't really try to, you know, turn up on her, which is something that I feel like is changed about Hazel. Like, she seems much more mature now. Maybe it's because she's a mom now and she's married. So I feel like she's just overall more mature than more mature than Masika, especially this episode. But Masika's acting like a damn child right now. Like, she looks a fool. I'm not gonna lie to you. She does look a fool. And I just feel like after the first fight, they went their separate ways and they brought them back out. Hazel's still, you know, trying to have a conversation. And the first thing Masika is asking, oh, I need you to apologize about my daughter, about my child. Like, girl, you're still on that. You threw hella shade towards her. You talk shit about her fucking pregnancy, how she looks after giving birth to a baby, and you still tripping on the fact that she said, basically, your daughter doesn't have a good role model. It wasn't even a good, like, shade. It wasn't even a good clapback. Hazel E is not like a clapback type person. Like, she can't really talk shit that well. So for Masika to get super mad at Hazel over that weak ass comment, it just shows that Masika is really not this mature, classy woman that she wants people to believe she is. She's not. Like, this episode definitely shows that. And I just feel like anyone that is Team Masika right now after this is dead wrong. You know damn well Masika was in the wrong this whole episode. Like, Hazel E, bottom line is Hazel E tried, Masika didn't, and she wasn't trying at all, and that's just what it is. I don't see them ever, you know, being cool again. So yeah, that was my review for part 1. Let's just see how part 2 unfolds next week.